Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas. And pay heed, all who enter. And beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football, too. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the ball is about to kick it away and get this season started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. Line gets set, first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires left. Makes the grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Fights off a defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Put yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Back to throw, it's Daniels. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got it, looking for the first down. The Jayhawks will keep this drive going.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
And the Jayhawks are flying down the field. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Neal. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks! They're on the board first here in the season opener. How about that? First drive of the game, first drive of the season, and it ends in the end zone.
You know, rust, a little bit of nerves. Nah, no problem. First drive of the year, and that's a sign for good things to come for this offense coming out and put it in the end zone right out the gates.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. He's going to pass. Get it out on the screen. At the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. So, guys, over the last few years, there has been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, and likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Good, right down the boulevard. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he runs out of bounds, and they'll mark it right there for the return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's the handoff. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
And a quick shuffle pass underneath.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He'll keep it himself. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Dropping back, it's Daniels. It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Give to the running back. Still on his feet at the 45. Oh, look out. He's got 43 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They'll give it to the back. Strong running there. Going to pick up 7 yards on the play, but they still have a 4th and 3. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tennessee!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. The astronauts just shocked the world. They proved that they are battle-tested and ready for all challenges after going on the road and pulling out a massive win. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. got his man quickly. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Tennessee 10, Kansas 7.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Jayhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. Running it back, it's Lewis. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Across the 45. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Makes one man miss. He has 60 yards rushing already here in the first half. It's a season opener, but he's in midseason form. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gets it out fast. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
And the Volunteers look to do some damage in the red zone. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He caught it. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
The Volunteers line it up with a first and goal. They want to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to pound their way in. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
This one away.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
Jayhawks will take over. 1st and 10.
Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is a type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Got his man down the middle. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Jayhawks will hustle to the line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Trying play action. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Finds a tight end. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They put themselves in a hole to start. It's 1st and 20. He wants to throw it. Bought a little time, lets it go. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
6th play of the drive coming up. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. With the catch, it's Neal. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Now, 4th down.
On 4th down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
It's a
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's White. Stopped after making the catch.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Trying to get behind the defense. Ball in the air. Intercepted. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make a play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Comes out throwing on first down. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
To the air. It's Daniels. Makes the catch. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. And he reels it in inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Number 3.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. To the air, it's Daniels. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Volunteers. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
That makes the score Tennessee 31, Kansas 14.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on it.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback checking off. Going up top on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Daniels. Feeling some heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going for it all. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
31, Kansas 14.
The kickoff team out there and ready to go.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Now on 2nd down. Using his legs, it's Sampson. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that 3rd down and short.
He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's White. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Vols have this offense rolling. Picked off. Got some room to run. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field with this linebacker. He is so good.
The extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
After the misconnection, it's 2nd down. On the move, it's Sampson. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
And the Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. He finds his man. At the 35, he's open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tennessee!
Tennessee.
This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Wake Forest rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Winston-Salem. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. From the gun, the give, looking for room. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Jayhawks in the hurry up. Now the play fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Wide open downfield. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Back to pass, it's Daniels. Using the quick game. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And that is a tough assignment for a defense to cover a back man-to-man who can get downfield like that.
Especially when he can run routes the way he does, Reese. I'm really impressed watching this running back with how he's able to cut and how he doesn't telegraph where he's going. He is a weapon catching the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect him to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, looking to pass. Rifles it down the middle. And that one's incomplete as they tried to hit him with a big play on the final snap of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter is coming up.
Tennessee 38, Kansas 20.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
Second and very short here for the offense. From the gun, running back on the move. And the Volunteers get enough for the first down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. They're bringing heat. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
They'll go to the toss. Plows through the defense.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number one. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss point.
Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
The Kansas offense returns to the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the left. He uncorks one deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
On first down, here comes this offense. The corners are walked up tight. Back to pass, it's Iamaleava. He's got it. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Handoff, keep working on that clock. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense is first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll throw it on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. He's being a little reckless with that football. Through the interception. interception last time and almost threw another one here.
Golly, that's back-to-back drives. You got to have your quarterback making smart decisions. You can't turn the football over. He's got to get those cobwebs out of his head and start dialing it in.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Looking to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
Yeah, and these halfbacks, man, they're wide receivers now. They do so much work in practice now with the wide receiver group, and you can see it there. Sells like he's going outside, sticks his foot in the ground, angles to the middle of the field. Quarterback finds him for the first down.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. And you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The inside handoff. Touchdown balls! And the punishment has been extended.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Buffalo was able to cap off a close one inside UB Stadium with a narrow victory. And that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Keeps it going. Nice move to keep moving. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. He's going to pass. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20.
42 Spider, 691 Gator Spar.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo. He wants to throw here on second down. He's got the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. They
fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into a two-point conversion. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. A first down for the offense. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Looking down the middle. Got his man on the right. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on fourth down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute, get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now, to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.